All right, everyone. We're back with our last week prediction of the regular season of
Of
2017.
the regular season, yeah, that's the last one.
Of 2017. We're going to do these next year.
And we're doing playoffs.
Don't get scared. And we're doing playoffs. We probably are going to have a certain particular guest in the playoffs.
Yeah, hey, be sure real quick before we get started to head over to either iTunes or you can
It's
watch
on
them
the channel,
YouTube.
too.
You can watch them on YouTube. They're in our related videos. We've been having a couple interviews with some NFL players and stuff, so check those out. They're pretty good. We get a good chunk of inside information.
We had one drop today.
Yeah, one came out this morning, so check it out.
And a couple little, just while we're telling you about a bunch of stuff, we do have a new table. You probably can't even tell, but we're excited about it.
But we're excited and we had to tell somebody.
So, there we go. All right, let's do this.
Up first, we got Green Bay at Detroit.
Yeah.
Every game's on Sunday this week, by the way. Like, they're either at 1 or 4. There's no 8:30 game, there's no Thursday game, there's no Monday game. So, up first, we got Green Bay at Detroit. I'm going Detroit.
I'm going to Detroit too.
Yes.
I think the Lions are pretty good already, and then without Aaron Rodgers, I just don't think they're the same team.
No, they're not. Pretty easy pick.
Next one, we got the Texans at the Colts.
I'm going to go Texans.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Texans too.
I think they played pretty good against the Steelers on, what was it, Christmas Day? I guess, yeah, Christmas Day. So they looked pretty good. They didn't get a lot of points, but they played overall well. Like, good touchdown by DeAndre Hopkins, by the way. If you hadn't seen it, go check it out. Up next, we got Chicago at Minnesota.
I'm definitely gonna pick Minnesota. I think they're probably my favorite team. Like,
Yeah,
they go all the way right now.
Minnesota, I think, maybe might be the best team in the NFC.
I think that
Them or the Rams.
I think they have a good chance of going all the way and playing the Super Bowl in their own home stadium. Which
They
I
have-
don't know how they chose to locate the Super Bowl there with how good they are.
But
But you're supposed to kind of do it a team that you know won't go, but they could really luck out right there and go there and play.
yeah, I'm gonna definitely pick Minnesota. Up next, we got the Jets at the Patriots. By the way,
I'm picking the Patriots.
I'm hoping James Harrison plays, but it doesn't matter. I'm still picking the Patriots because knowing them, because it's a divisional team, they'll watch them. They'll play Tom Brady the whole first half.
No, they'll play him the whole time. They're not
Probably, yeah.
Who are they gonna put in there? They got rid of Jimmy Garoppolo. They're not gonna put Brian Hoyer in there.
I mean, trust me, they don't care.
Which, by the way, probably would do okay because they're such a machine.
Yeah, still picking the
And
Patriots.
you heard it here first. James Harrison is gonna make the Steelers pay. I guarantee they'll meet in the playoffs, and he
Guarantee
will
it.
make some bit game-changing play.
Yep, he'll make the play in the AFC Championship game that decides which team goes to the Super Bowl. By the way, that'll be the Patriots. Just saying. Up next, we got Washington at New York Giants.
Washington Giants have some problems this year.
Be on the lookout for the Giants next year, though. I feel like they can do some serious shopping in the
Yeah, I
coaching
think
section.
they have the nucleus that you want to build a team. I just think everything else around it, literally everything else. You got Landon Collins calling Eli Apple a cancer on the radio, and you got their coach left, and then their new coach was everybody. 2 years later, he was gone.
Yes, I think somebody said might be in talks with John Gruden, maybe.
They need a run game, dude. He'll just reinvigorate the run game immediately.
So if that
and
does,
the defense, which is already okay.
If they can do some serious shopping this offseason in the coach market, watch out for the Giants.
There seems like the Browns and some of those type of teams that are on they get kind of the bad end of the stick for a long time, and then you got the Giants and kind of like what the Panthers were for when we got Cam. It's kind of they have 1 year where they're on the bottom, and then they have all the necessary tools to get themselves up. Kind of like what the 49ers are doing right now. They're just resetting, and they're gonna. That's what the Giants could do. They could do exactly the same thing.
Speaking of teams that need to reset, we got Dallas at Philly, and I think it's time for Dallas to. It'll never happen, but I think it's time for them to get a new coach. I'm picking the Eagles. I don't even care if Nick Foles is playing.
I'm picking the Eagles. They're so much of a better overall team than probably almost every team in the NFC,
Yeah.
Except maybe one or two.
I'm not going to call them the best team in the NFC anymore. I think they're definitely beatable now because, they just struggled against, I can't remember who they just played last week, but I know they struggled against them.
The problem with the NFC is you have 6 powerhouse teams, and then the rest of them are kind of on that second tier. The AFC is way easier though.
Yeah.
Normally it's the other way, but I think the NFC is way more competitive.
This is going to totally not make any sense what I'm about to say, but Dallas needs a coach who's going to stand up to Jerry Jones and tell him no. But the problem is Jerry Jones hires the coach.
Well, yeah, that's never gonna happen.
That's what I'm saying. It's never going to happen. So.
I think that it's just they have the good building ground of what you want. I think if Zeke would have played all these games, they would go to the playoffs. So I don't think they really need to get a new head coach. I do think they need to get a defense, and they completely depend on Sean Lee, and he misses 5 games a year. I think they need to they have a good pass rush though.
Yeah, they very good.
I think if they could just get a couple key more parts.
For how many rookies they have on defense, they look great.
Lawrence,
on defense.
that dude's always getting like a couple,
Yeah,
like
they
multiple sacks.
They look tremendous for how many.
I think if they
rookies
just got like another like really key defensive player and like maybe like I don't know like a compliment to Des Bryant, it could be kind of scary to play him.
Man.
Is that
Up next, we got Cleveland at Pittsburgh.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh. I think they're gonna finish the Browns off. I didn't think the Browns would not gonna win the whole year. I will give them the medal of most competitive games out of win award.
Oh,
Because when the Lions did it, they got smacked like every week.
they hung in there literally. Out of 16 games they hung in there, I'd say 12 of them. Like
That's
right
another
right
one.
to the minute. Like
No, I just said like I mean like the whole Browns lineage as a franchise. Like they're usually they're always in that bottom 5 of teams. But this is their one shot. Like they have a bunch of really like great talents. Like they got like Myles Garrett, they got Jabril Peppers, they got Deshaun Kaiser. I like Isaiah Crowell. I think that if they could, I don't know what they
Josh
need to
Gordon's
get.
back, and it seems like he can play every week. So.
Like my whole thing is I think they like to go get the flashy player in the draft to get their fan base excited, but they need to go get like that, just the boring positions that nobody wants to see.
They gotta get like a left tackle.
Go get another left tackle. Joe Thomas is getting old, or get a compliment to him on the other side, or get another defensive end that like Myles Garrett, so they can build a foundation for the defense. Like, quit getting.
Like
you don't need to go get Deshaun Kaiser and then go get Johnny Manziel and get all like no like.
Like they don't need to get like Josh Rosen or these quarterbacks that are coming
Yeah,
out.
just
Like, they
start.
don't need to
Quit
do that.
scrap the quarterbacks. There's no way every one of them suck. Like you've had 20 of them in the last like 15 years or 10 years or whatever. I saw some ridiculous number.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like they need to get the foundation first.
Up next, actually, a pretty kind of hard game to pick. You got Cincinnati at Baltimore.
This is gonna be hard. I'm gonna pick Baltimore
I'm gonna
because they've
pick
been white hot.
Yeah, Baltimore's defense is like the most unreal defense. Like they're so underrated. Nobody's giving them any credit. They're so good.
I think the Bengals have problems because I think they had like a really good thing going there for a while, and they're going to the playoffs every year with Andy Dalton and AJ Green and all the boys. But I think
kind of got stopped this year.
I think kind of got stopped. Marvin Jones was saying, or Marvin
Harrison.
Marvin Lewis.
Marvin Lewis.
He said he wants to be out. Like I think it's kind of like they're about to restart.
Too many Marvins in the NFL.
I think they're kind of in trouble when the coaches want to be out.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Let's see. Up next, we got Buffalo at Miami. This is kind of hard. I'll pick Miami.
I like Buffalo. I think they kind of got robbed against the Patriots with that Kelvin Benjamin touchdown.
Absolutely.
And it's not just because I'm wearing one of these, because I do like Kelvin Benjamin, but he got robbed.
Absolutely
I
robbed.
like Kelvin Benjamin, but I like the sanction of the rules being correct a little bit more.
So you got Miami, or you got Buffalo? I got
Yeah,
Miami.
did they not get screwed on that catch?
Oh, it was terrible. By the way, we're doing a catch.
We
video.
might do a series.
We're really putting. We're gonna do it. We're putting really a lot of thought into this catch.
We don't know like what we have a couple ideas like.
We're probably gonna have like a TV setup.
We're probably gonna have a TV and we're gonna be like, look at this nonsense. Look
Yeah,
at
like
this
we're gonna go all out.
And we're gonna have like a panel of guests. Like we're gonna be like, what do you think? What do you think? Like
yeah, like we gotta go.
I'm getting the official NFL catch rule, and I'm gonna be like, this is technically what a catch is. Tell me this isn't this, or tell me this one is, or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit of a tangent, but sorry about that.
Up next, we got New Orleans at Tampa Bay. I think it's a pretty easy win for New Orleans.
Me too.
I don't know. They have to play all their starters.
I think
There's none of this sitting your starters.
the Buccaneers are gonna get beat. I think.
Yeah, it'll be a pretty easy win.
So is the next one. I think
Jacksonville at Tennessee.
I think Jacksonville's gonna bounce back from their 49ers. Which, by the way, 49ers gave them a thumping.
Right here, I picked it. Just saying. But
there's no way you could tell me that my pick wasn't a good idea because the Jaguars have been so hot. But I'm glad. I mean, I'm not like mad about being wrong. I kind of like seeing them win.
By the way, we'll talk about them in a minute. We're almost there. Yeah, got to pick Jacksonville. Up next, we got Kansas City beating Denver at Denver. I think it'll be an easy win for Kansas City.
I think Kansas City's kind of like they started off really hot, then they fell off a little bit, and they lost like a couple in a row, and then now I think they're kind of they're balancing the two, and they're not going to be one of the extremes. I think
it's like if they could have kept a little bit of that steam.
Yeah, they'd be
serious playoff. Like
they were number one in the
playoffs.
AFC forever.
Yeah, I mean they're going to the playoffs, but they would have been probably had a bye if they.
So I'm going to give it to them.
Up next, we got Oakland at the Chargers.
I'm going to give it to the Chargers. Let me tell you, Derek Carr was running for his life the other day.
I don't know what...
On Christmas Day.
I don't know what the stipulations are for the Chargers to make it in the playoffs. I don't know what it is.
I feel like they could squeak in and like start beating some people.
I know it's like there is like a path, this Sunday, but I think it's not like ridiculous. I think they got to win and like one team's.
I don't think they control their own destiny though.
Nah.
I think if they got in there, if they squeaked in, they could start really handling.
They could really start tearing through the playoffs. But here's what I was talking about. We got San Francisco at LA.
I think this, honestly, I know they gave the Panthers game the game of the week.
Hardest game of the week.
I think this is a very good silver medal in the.
San Francisco, we talked about this 2 weeks ago. If you go back and you find it in there, we talked about San Francisco is going to do one or two things. They're either just going to like finish out the season good and have like a 9-win season next season, and then go crazy. No, they're going crazy next year.
Yeah, I was like, I think I'm glad they put him in because I didn't think they were. I heard they weren't going to, so I'm glad they're doing it. They're getting all those growing pains out of the way now. They're gonna go ahead and just have a good season next year rather than like we were saying, like they're gonna have that 9 to 10 win season, borderline playoff season, or they go to the playoffs and they kind of don't have the playoff experience. I think next year they're gonna make their reign. I think they're gonna do what the Cowboys did like last year, where they're gonna just go and it's like, okay, we didn't realize this was happening this year, but
yeah,
okay, we'll take it.
Let's see. Today is December 27th. 2017, it's 1:02 p.m. when we're filming this, and right now the 49ers are going to the playoffs next year. Jeff Carnes, you know what I'm talking about.
I really like the 49ers. They got Carlos. They got a really dynamic running back. They got a great quarterback. They got a solid defense. They got
they're going. Now.
I like their head coach. I really like.
They're a 10 to 11 win team next year from what they had this year.
I think so. John Lynch is like, hey, I'm turning this team around, and if you're not on board, you can just go ahead and get off.
John Lynch, he's not even done with his first regular season. He's the best GM.
By the way, we have one of their players that we plan on having on.
We do. Hopefully, we're gonna have him on.
He doesn't know yet, but I know that sounds kind of ridiculous, but we think he'll actually say it.
Yeah. Second to last game, we got Arizona at Seattle. I'm going to pick Seattle.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Seattle. I do think that these people saying like they're done and all that, like I think that's ridiculous. Mike Silver said on Twitter,
now,
he heard from right here.
Now, Arizona just pitched their first shutout in 25 seasons, I read the other day.
And I could easily see their defense holding them in the game, and Adrian Peterson and Carson Palmer.
I could easily see them catching fire like it ain't nobody's business now. Let's not get crazy.
And it's really a shame like how good the Cardinals were like the year the Panthers went to the Super Bowl.
Like
so good. It was. I really thought they were going to be like in the mix of going every year.
Next year, the NFC West has serious potential to be like the best division of football.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy though.
Jimmy Garoppolo playing the way he's playing.
Oh man, the 49ers and the Rams. Yeah,
they could be like the best division of football.
The Seahawks are gonna have like an actual competition because it used to be like, the Rams were like, well no, they could beat the Seahawks. So I'll give
they couldn't beat anybody else.
They couldn't beat anybody else. The 49ers are kind of in the transitional point. They got rid of like everybody they won to the 3 NFC title games in a row with. They got rid of like everyone.
Yeah. That could be the best division of football easy next year, like very easy.
And then now they're back, and then the Rams are back, since 03 they haven't been doing anything.
I'm still picking
Steven Jackson. I know Steven Jackson's sitting on the couch like, why did we not have this when I was there?
I'm still picking Seattle this week, though.
Yeah, I'm picking Seattle. I think it'll be an interesting game, more than most people think, though.
And last game of the week, we got the good old Carolina Panthers at the Atlanta Falcons.
I see this game going one of two ways. I think that either Falcons get red hot, and they just start pouncing on us, and then we come back, but it's too late, and it's already too late, but we give a valiant effort, and then the playoffs they kind of bounce back and they win their first game of the playoffs. Or I think they could just start running it all over the Falcons, and then they kind of just they get the early lead, and then the Falcons come back, but then it's too late for that. I think somebody's gonna get a crazy lead.
Somebody's getting a crazy lead. I don't think this will be a low-scoring game at all. I think it'll be both teams above 20.
I think it'll be like 28-21,
something
25,
like that,
24 maybe.
I want to pick Carolina, but I don't know. It's hard. We're down another receiver this season, which makes 55 on the season or something, 55 lost receivers.
I think they need to get Austin Duke, our guy we had on.
Yeah,
he knows the playbook.
Yeah, we've lost too many receivers this season, so I don't know. I'm gonna pick Atlanta.
I might pick Atlanta just because they're pretty good. They're pretty hard to beat at home. If I don't really know who to pick, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna pick Atlanta just because I think
I think it's kind of a game that doesn't really matter that much to begin with.
The Panthers are super hot. They've had this really hot streak, and I think the Panthers can never keep a super super hot streak like that. So. This 2015 was a little bit one-off for them. So.
I will say that having Thomas Davis back and Charles Johnson back will help, though. I think that's one reason I was really wanting to pick them. I'm saying, I'm picking the Falcons 51-49.
Yeah, it's going to be close.
Not points, the percentages.
So
I don't know, maybe points. It probably will be a shootout.
that's the last week of, it could be. That's the last week of 2017 regular season. Thanks for listening, guys. Postseason is coming up, so get ready. We got very bold picks in the postseason. We're sticking with our guns in the postseason, so check it out. Check the podcast out. We'll see you next time.